Now, for a long time, we've been panicked about terrorism in this country, and I know why, of course. It's very understandable, because of September 11th, nearly 3,000 people died, everybody was concerned, and there has been some terrorist attacks since. But I want to give you a sense of scope here, so you have the proper context, and realize that we shouldn't overreact. We should react properly, bring people to justice, but at the same time not lose our mind with fear and take away our civil liberties and attack wrong countries, etc. So, let me give you the context. In the year 2011, 34,677 people died in a car accident in America. Look at that amazing number. 33,554 people were poisoned. Isn't that amazing? Over 26,000 people died in falls. Nearly 16,000 people were murdered. 4,160 people died from injuries sustained at work. So explosions like in West Texas, very relevant because they kill a lot more people than we realize. 851 people died in accidental discharge of firearms. Now that's the kind of, when people say guns don't kill people, well, sometimes they do when they accidentally discharge. In fact, they did it 851 times in 2011. Look at that last number. You probably already read it. 45 people died from syphilis. Syphilis? We're talking about syphilis? All right. Finally, 17 Americans were killed by terrorism in the year 2011. And by the way, this is interesting, 0 people died inside the United States from terrorism. All the people who died from terrorism that were Americans died outside of the country. There's one other number we didn't put in there, by the way, that's also higher than the number of people killed by terrorism anywhere in the world that were Americans. Number of people killed by lightning strikes in the year 2011, 26. So more people died from random lightning strikes than they did from terrorism if they were Americans. Now, if you notice one of the numbers that was on syphilis, I just want to do that one comparison, which then explains this. We had 46 people killed by terrorism in the U.S. over a decade. We had 45 people killed by syphilis in 2011 alone. So those are nearly the same numbers. Now, have we declared a war on syphilis? Not really. It'd be kind of a weird war. But obviously it does a lot more damage in terms of death toll. So, now look, there are other consequences of terrorism, of course, and it should be taken incredibly seriously. But it shouldn't lead to a panic. Neither should syphilis, by the way. But we should act appropriately and figure out what the real dangers in the world are and figure out how to address them without needlessly invading countries like Iraq and costing ourselves $1 trillion, let alone our reputation, let alone, most importantly, all the people that died in that war. So keep those numbers in mind next time somebody tries to get you to panic about terrorism.